Hi, writers. Mrs. Burke here. You've been doing such an amazing job with your essays. You've been so independent. You've been turning in your essay each day, and I'm really, really proud of all of your hard work. Keep asking questions through either Google Classroom or now through GoGuardian, which you probably have seen that I have started using. So you can feel free to click on the comment section to ask me or Mrs. DeLuca a question. So about 3 weeks ago, my family went out to dinner for my niece's birthday. And during dessert, they brought over 3 pieces of cake. The first piece of cake was this chocolate cake that was super, super dense, and it didn't have any frosting on it, and it just tasted like too thick. Then the second piece of cake, it was had this meringue frosting on the top, and it hardly had any cake at the bottom to really support it. And that one really didn't taste very good. But then the third piece of cake that they brought out, right, was that perfect piece of cake, like that picture here, right? It had just the perfect amount of cake and frosting where in every bite you just tasted both, right? And so as argumentative writers, our arguments are kind of like that perfect layer cake. We want to make sure that we're analyzing our evidence with our own thinking, okay? And so really, if I scroll down to here, the cake is like our evidence, right? Those are the facts, those are the statistics, those are the quotes in our essay. And then the icing holds that evidence together, it connects it. So the icing is our own thinking, our explanation of how that evidence relates back to our claim, okay? So today, that's what I want to teach you, that as argumentative writers, we analyze our evidence and explain our own thinking so that our voice is powerful throughout our entire essay. So how do we do this? How do we go about knowing what we should explain and what shouldn't we? So here I've included this little chart for you. It says questions to help writers analyze evidence and fortify their thinking. So these are questions that we can think through. Questions like, why did I include this evidence? How does this evidence relate back to my claim, right? So we might say this connects because. What makes this particular quote or statistic so important? So this is important because. And how is this evidence changing my thinking? Maybe I now realize that. So those are some questions that we can start to use to think about how the evidence relates back to the claim. Now down here, I also included another chart. This is a chart that we actually used in our reading notebooks during our book club unit, ways to push our thinking. But these sentence stems still apply now that we're in our argumentative unit. So you can see this shows, this connects to, this is important because, this makes me think, this proves. These are all transition sentence stems that you can use to connect your evidence with your own thinking. So let me show you what that might look like. I'm going to go back to Bobby Baggy's essay. And I am going to look back at each of my paragraphs, right? And I am going to take a look and see which of these paragraphs seems like it has a lot of evidence, but maybe it didn't really have me explain my thinking yet, or Bobby's thinking yet. So I'm thinking this first body paragraph about reusing plastic bags might be one that has the statistic, but not really an explanation. Who has reused a plastic bag before? Everyone. Plastic bags get reused for all kinds of purposes. For example, in putting plastic in its place, it states that 9 out of 10 Americans reuse plastic bags. Need to walk your dog? Pick up an old plastic bag. Need to bring your sneakers inside your book bag? Grab a plastic bag. Plastic bags are super convenient and reusing them just makes sense. So, I mean, I know Bobby said here that plastic bags are super convenient and reusing them just makes sense, but he doesn't necessarily connect this to his claim, right? His claim is that plastic bags should not be banned. So I'm thinking I should go back to my chart here and think of which sentence stem might really work here. And I'm thinking that maybe this proves that. So let's go back. This proves that. So I'm going to write, this proves that plastic bags are frequently, right, because it's a 9 out of 10 Americans use them. This proves that plastic bags are frequently reused and therefore should not be banned. So writers, do you see what I did here? I connected my evidence, right? So this was my evidence. I'll highlight this in blue for you. I highlighted my evidence. There's my evidence. And now here's the frosting, right? Here's my thinking. And here is the cake, right? The blue is the cake and the yellow becomes my frosting. So we now see how we have our own thinking. This proves that plastic bags are frequently reused and therefore should not be banned. Okay, so right now I want you to try this. I want you to find a spot in your essay where you think you have evidence, but not really any explanation yet, not your own thinking. So pause the video and go into your essay and just find that spot. Find the paragraph that you think needs that frosting. Okay, so hopefully you've all found that spot in your essay that needs that frosting. So today, what you're going to be working on is you're going to be going back, right, into our doc here and using these sentence stems to help you add in, to be able to add in that icing, that thinking and explanation that really holds your essay together, that holds the evidence together. And once you do that, you're going to be sharing the paragraph that you feel like is the strongest on Flipgrid, right? So you guys have been doing such an amazing job adding your videos to Flipgrid. And I know it's something that as partnerships, you really look forward to seeing those videos each day. So please remember to share with your partner each day. All right. Also, please make sure that you're turning in your essay each day. So each day I'm going to be looking at the essays. Some days I'll be giving you comments. Some days I won't, right? I'm trying every other day to give people feedback. So if you haven't gotten a comment yet, expect one soon. So turn in your essay from that March 9th post every single day. And every day I will send it back to you so you'll be able to open it again, right? So please, any questions, let me know either through Google Classroom or through GoGuardian. Thank you guys. Have a great day.